It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Jets and the Niners under the lights on Monday night.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Yeah, he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Rodgers going to throw. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now Rodgers. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 35, here's second down and 1. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Rodgers again now. Incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Kamara try the right side. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Puka Nacua from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
He's got the rookie. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Williams. Pass complete there to Harrison. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Here's Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's second down. To throw, Williams. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dallas Goedert, 60 yards. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fighting down inside the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out. Able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 36. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll get this out to Kamara. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw is Williams. Again, it's Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing is Williams. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Operating from the gun. Williams trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Niners are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. In motion right, that's Harrison. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Prater's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. That's taken in by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. Checks this one down to Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw, it's Williams. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Jones on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Rodgers going to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week one picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Rodgers now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, Williams. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. More the motion man right. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bijan Robinson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Kamara up the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell from 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. They'll turn to Kamara.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Jets first down.
Looking to throw. Williams. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Williams. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On play action, here's Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Williams going to look to throw again. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
To throw is Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A give. This is Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. In motion goes the tight end. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he's got it down to the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And New York set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again here, Williams. Open man is Noah Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's second down and 3. To the air, Williams. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down, goal to go. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Jets now down by 8, a little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass complete. Goddard finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part one. Part two, the two-point conversion.
Throw the two-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for San Francisco, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.